Something extraordinary has entered our solar system. An object so mysterious, so unlike anything we've seen before, that even scientists are questioning whether it's truly natural. They call it 3I-ATLAS, an interstellar visitor that has journeyed across unimaginable distances from the inner regions of our galaxy into the quiet outskirts of our solar neighborhood. But this isn't just another comet passing by. What's happening with 3I-ATLAS defies everything we thought we knew about how cosmic objects behave. Because right now, as you watch this, 3I-ATLAS is disappearing behind the sun, completely hidden from every telescope on Earth. And what it's doing out there, beyond our view, might remain one of the greatest astronomical mysteries of our time. The story begins millions of years ago, in a place far beyond the familiar spiral arms of the Milky Way. Somewhere deep in the galactic core, a fragment of rock and metal was ejected into the darkness, hurled through interstellar space at incredible speed. For eons, it drifted between the stars, untouched, unseen, waiting. Then, in early 2025, telescopes on Earth caught something unusual, an object moving at a trajectory that didn't match any known asteroid or comet from our system. Astronomers quickly realized this was not from here. It was interstellar, a traveler from another star system, much like the famous Oumuamua and Borisov before it. But this one, designated 3I-ATLAS, was different from both. At this very moment, it's about 209 million kilometers away from the Sun, moving through the inner solar system. But something about its journey is defying logic. As the Earth continues its orbit, drifting away from the object's path, 3I-ATLAS has already slipped beyond the reach of our telescopes. It's now positioned directly behind the Sun, invisible from Earth. Whatever is happening out there on the far side of the Sun remains hidden. No satellite, no observatory, not even NASA's most advanced instruments can see it right now. But before it vanished from view, 3I-ATLAS did something completely unexpected, something that shook the scientific community. New images captured before its disappearance revealed that 3I-ATLAS was creating a strange environment around itself. A faint but noticeable halo seemed to act like a protective shield, absorbing or deflecting intense solar radiation and solar wind. This is not how comets behave. Normally, as comets approach the Sun, they begin to disintegrate, their ices vaporizing, their tails pushed outward by solar energy. But 3I-ATLAS seemed to resist this process. It was almost as if it knew how to protect itself. Scientists studying the data were stunned. "We've never seen anything like this," one researcher commented. "It's as if the comet is wrapped in its own invisible armor." And the deeper scientists looked, the stranger it became. Spectroscopic data, light analyzed from the comet's coma and nucleus, showed an unusual composition. The region near the nucleus appeared to be dominated by nickel, with very little or almost no iron at all. That alone was shocking. But even more baffling was what lay further out. A surrounding layer, mixed with the comet's glowing coma, seemed to be rich in cyanide compounds, deadly chemicals rarely seen in such abundance. And the outermost layer, the gas envelope, was dominated by carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. In simpler terms, 3I-ATLAS appears to have 3 distinct layers, each chemically different from the other. The material near its surface is not at all like what's farther away. Such uneven chemical stratification has never been clearly observed in any known comet. This suggests one of 2 possibilities. Either this object was formed in a drastically different type of star system, or something, or someone, engineered it to behave this way. Then came another shock. Back in early observations, astronomers noticed that 3I-ATLAS appeared to have an anti-tail, a strange feature that pointed toward the Sun instead of away from it. Normally, solar wind pushes dust and gas away from the Sun, forming the characteristic comet tail that streams outward. An anti-tail can sometimes appear as a visual illusion, caused by viewing angle or orbital geometry. But in this case, the illusion theory quickly fell apart. Using the powerful 2-meter twin telescope at the Tahiti Observatory in Spain's Canary Islands, astronomers confirmed that this anti-tail was real. 3I-ATLAS wasn't just playing tricks on our eyes, it was literally shooting a jet of material toward the sun, stretching for hundreds of kilometers. This broke every rule of cometary physics we've ever known. Why would a comet eject material toward the very force that's supposed to strip it apart? What kind of internal process could cause that? And why now, just as it's about to vanish behind the sun? But that wasn't the end of the strangeness. When scientists measured how sunlight scattered around the object, they found an unusually high negative polarization, meaning the light reflecting off 3I-ATLAS behaved in a way no ordinary comet has ever shown. Even the sunlight itself seemed to twist and shift differently around it, as though the space near the object was subtly warped or distorted. Could it be interacting with magnetic fields in some unknown way? Or producing electromagnetic interference of its own? No one knows. But what we do know is this. Everything about 3I-ATLAS challenges our understanding of how comets, asteroids, and even interstellar visitors are supposed to behave. And there's more. Astronomers have noticed an unusual pattern. As 3I-ATLAS moves toward the sun, several other comets are also approaching Earth's orbital path, all at roughly the same time. Statistically, that's rare. Extremely rare. In fact, when 3I-ATLAS reaches its closest point behind the Sun, its solar conjunction on October 21st, 2025, all three of these other comets will also be near Earth simultaneously. Coincidence? Possibly. But many scientists admit it's a strange one. During solar conjunction, 3I-ATLAS will be positioned directly behind the Sun from our point of view. It will remain completely invisible, shielded by the sun's blinding light. For weeks, no Earth-based telescope will be able to detect it, even after sunset or sunrise. This period of invisibility raises an intriguing question, one proposed by Professor Avi Loeb from Harvard University. He suggests, what if this hidden phase offers a perfect opportunity for something more? Could 3I-ATLAS, while out of view, be capable of altering its path, changing its behavior, or even using the sun's energy in ways we can't detect? Of course, that's speculation, but given what we've already seen, it's a question worth asking. Adding to the mystery is the sun itself. Astronomers predicted that the sun's current 11-year solar cycle would peak around late 2024, and then gradually decline in activity. But instead, the opposite has happened. The sun's flares, radiation bursts, and magnetic storms have continued to intensify, surprising even veteran solar physicists. Could this rising solar chaos somehow be connected to the strange arrival of 3I-ATLAS? Probably not, but the timing has caught everyone's attention. As both the sun and this interstellar visitor exhibit unpredictable behavior, scientists are preparing for one of the most closely watched observation windows in modern astronomy, when 3I-ATLAS finally re-emerges from behind the sun in December 2025. Before disappearing from our view, 3I-ATLAS passed surprisingly close to Mars. During that encounter, both the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter and the Perseverance rover recorded readings and images of the object. Early data suggested that 3I-ATLAS might have a long, elongated structure, possibly more like a spindle or cylinder than a spherical comet. Even stranger, at almost the same time the object was near Mars, dust storms and dust devils intensified across the planet's surface, an event that many planetary scientists found remarkable. Coincidence again? Perhaps. But the timing continues to fuel speculation. The high-rise camera aboard NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter reportedly captured the best high-resolution images of 3I-ATLAS ever taken. But due to the US government funding shutdown at the time, those images were never released to the public. NASA stated that operations and communications were temporarily suspended. However, some researchers suspect there may be other reasons why those images remain classified. Meanwhile, the European Space Agency, ESA, did release some limited data, confirming that the Mars orbiter indeed obtained detailed images of the object on October 2nd. But the lead investigator of that camera project publicly stated he was not authorized to release the data yet. And that, of course, raises questions. What did they see? What are they not telling us? Just when scientists thought they'd seen it all, new spectral data revealed something even more baffling. Inside 3I-ATLAS, an unexpected chemical process appears to be occurring naturally. The object is refining nickel through the formation and breakdown of a compound called nickel tetracarbonyl, the very same process used in industrial metal purification here on Earth. That's right. The same carbonyl chemical pathway used by humans to refine nickel in factories seems to be happening spontaneously inside this interstellar object. Such a reaction should require very specific conditions: controlled temperatures, pressures, and carbon monoxide concentrations. Seeing it occur naturally in the vacuum of space is almost impossible to explain. Then there's the issue of the water jets. 3I-ATLAS has been seen releasing strong bursts of water vapor, outgassing at levels that would normally cause a comet to shift slightly off its path. But this one hasn't budged. Despite the massive water jets, its trajectory remains perfectly stable, as if something is keeping it on course. Researchers have no definitive explanation, but Avi Loeb and others have proposed that the object might be extremely massive, possibly weighing up to 33 billion tons. If true, that would make it too heavy for outgassing forces to alter its path, but it would also make it one of the most massive interstellar objects ever recorded. Scene 13. The WOW signal connection. Now, here's where things get truly intriguing. The trajectory of 3I/ATLAS aligns closely with the plane of our solar system, arriving from nearly the same direction as the famous 1977 WOW signal, the unexplained radio burst once suspected to be of extraterrestrial origin. Is that a coincidence? Perhaps. But for scientists who've spent decades studying the cosmos, it's hard to ignore the parallels. An object from the same general direction, exhibiting behaviors no natural comet should show, and disappearing behind the sun just as solar activity spikes to unprecedented levels. It's no wonder some researchers believe this could be something far more complex than an icy rock drifting through space. Scene 14. Waiting for its return. For now, all we can do is wait. By early December 2025, 3I/ATLAS is expected to emerge once again from behind the sun, re-entering our view from Earth and space-based telescopes. When it does, astronomers hope to gather the most detailed data ever captured from an interstellar object. Will we discover it's just a strange but natural comet? Or will we find evidence that something far more advanced, far more mysterious, is moving among the stars? And perhaps through our own solar system? Only time will tell. Until then, the interstellar traveler known as 3I/ATLAS continues its silent journey, hidden in the sun's shadow, a mystery wrapped in cosmic fire. Outro, neutral ending. What do you think 3I/ATLAS really is? A natural wanderer from another star, or something we're not yet ready to understand? As we wait for its return, one thing is certain: the universe still holds secrets beyond imagination. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more cosmic mysteries.